Hey, Cub fans! Thanks for joining us here on Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. We're going to talk 2024 Pittsburgh Pirates today. A little scouting report, see what they've got. They have been improving. In 2022, Pirates lost 100 games, so they went 62 and 100 just 2 years ago. Last year, they improved to 76 and 86, finished fourth place in the Central. So we'll see what the Pirates look like in 2024. First, we'll start at first base. They signed free agent first baseman Rowdy Tellez, 29 years old, played for the Brewers the last 3 years. He's a big guy. He's 6'4", 270. And last year for the Brewers, he played 76 games at first base, DH 20 times. I would expect the Pirates to use him as a DH quite a bit as well. In 2023, Rowdy hit 215 with a 291 on base and a 376 slug. There was some talk during the free agent signing period of the Cubs having some interest in Rowdy Tellez. I don't think it was ever anything that got too serious, but there was a little bit of talk of it. At second base, they've got 24-year-old Ji-Hwan Bae. Being his third year, he's very versatile. He played 64 games at second base last year, played 62 games in center field, 3 games at shortstop. Last year, he hit 231 with a 296 on base, 311 slug for 24-year-old second baseman Ji-Hwan Bae. At third base, they've got last year's Gold Glove winner in Ke'Bryan Hayes. Ke'Bryan, 27 years old, being in his fifth year. He's really good. He hit 271 last year with a 309 on base, 453 slug, and just slick fielder, just fantastic. And now that he's 27 years old, I think as he matures, I think we're going to see more power out of Ke'Bryan. So I expect his slug numbers to rise, and he's going to bring that Gold Glove to work every day. So Ke'Bryan Hayes, third baseman for the Pirates, really good. At shortstop, I think it's a big question mark. They've got listed 25-year-old O'Neal Cruz. And if you guys haven't seen O'Neal Cruz play, that would make sense because he missed out pretty much all of last year. Only played in 9 games last year. But in 2022, he finished 6th in the Rookie of the Year voting. And so I don't know what to expect, but what makes O'Neal Cruz very interesting to me is he is a 6'7" shortstop. And I'm still not sure I can get my head around that. I mean, we'll see what happens, but they've got him listed as their starting shortstop as of right now. 25-year-old O'Neal Cruz, left-handed hitter as well. In left field, they've got 31-year-old Joe Connor. And Joe Connor also can back up at first base. Last year, Joe hit 247 with a 339 on base, 421 slug. So that's Joe Connor in left. In center field, 29-year-old Bryan Reynolds. Bryan was an all-star in 2021. Last year, he hit 24 home runs, had 84 RBIs, so they got quite a bit of production out of Bryan Reynolds. 263 average, 330 on base, 460 slug. Got a young guy listed in right field, Henry Davis, 24 years old, in his second year. Hasn't played much. 225 at-bats last year. Hit 213 with a 302 on base, 351 slug. So Henry Davis is listed as their right fielder as of now. DH, they've got 37-year-old Andrew McCutchen. They've also got Kutch listed as their backup left fielder. And Kutch has put together quite a career. He was MVP of the league in 2013. He was an all-star 5 times from 2011, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Won the Gold Glove in 2012. Won the Silver Slugger 4 times. But that's Kutch. That's not the Kutch we're talking about now. We're talking about 37-year-old Kutch. I don't know what to expect. We'll see. But last year he hit 256. And his last line was decent last year. It's not MVP Andrew Kutchen anymore. He hit 256 with a 378 on base, 397 slug. He did hit 12 home runs and 43 RBIs. So we'll see how 37-year-old Andrew McCutchen turns out in 2024. Behind the plate, they've got 29-year-old Jason DeLay. He'll be in his third year. He caught in 70 games last year, 187 plate appearances. Hit 251 with a 319 on base, 347 slug, hit 1 home run, had 18 RBI. So that's 29-year-old Jason DeLay behind the plate. I'm going to talk about 4 utility players. They've got 23-year-old Leover Peguero, backs up second base, backs up shortstop, 23 years old, hit 237 last year, 280 on base, 374 slug, had 7 home runs and 26 RBIs. 26-year-old Jared Triolo backs up third base, second base. He'll be in his second year. He hit almost 300 last year, 298 with a 388 on base, 398 slug, had 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. Jared Triolo. The utility guy that I like is 25-year-old Jack Suwinski. Every time we play them, Jack seems like he could be trouble. We'll see what he does here in his 25-year-old season. But he backs up in the outfield. Third year. Last year he hit 224 with a 339 on base, 454 slug. But Jack hit 26 home runs, had 74 RBI. So he's a run producer. 25 years old. So we'll keep our eye on Jack, lefty. 23-year-old Indy Rodriguez going to back up Jason DeLay behind the plate. Indy can also play some first base. Last year he hit 220 with a 284 on base, 328 slug, 3 home runs, 13 RBI. So that's that's around the diamond for the Pirates in 2024. So a lot of questions for me. Key Brian Hayes, kind of know what he's going to do. Is O'Neal Cruz going to be their shortstop every day? It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Let's go to the rotation. I'll talk about 5 guys. At the top, they list J.T. Brubaker, 30-year-old right-hander. 4th year, posted a 4.69 ERA last year, ate up 144 innings in 28 starts. Win-loss record wasn't good, went 3-12. Backing up JT in the second spot, 27-year-old righty Mitch Keller. Mitch was an all-star in 2023, went 13-9, ate up 194 in the third innings in 32 starts, 4.21 ERA. So Mitch Keller had a pretty good season last year. Behind Mitch is 26-year-old lefty Bailey Falter. Bailey will be in his 4th year. He only threw 40 in the third innings last year, put up a 5.58 ERA. In the 4th spot, they've got 26-year-old righty Johan Oviedo, being his 5th year. Went 9-14 last year in 32 starts, 177 and 2/3 innings, 4.31 ERA for 5th-year righty Johan Oviedo. And the 4th spot, they've got a veteran, 32-year-old lefty Marco Gonzalez. Marco's in his 10th season, pitched for Seattle last year. Didn't pitch a lot, only had 10 starts, 50 innings, 5.22 ERA. But he's in the rotation now for the Pirates. Let's go to the pen. Closer, David Bednar, 29 years old, all-star last year, 39 saves. 2.0 ERA even, 1.09 whip. David Bednar, closing type numbers. In the 2 spot, they've got 20-year-old right-hander Colin Holderman. He pitched 56 innings last year, picked up a couple saves, 9.3 strikeouts per 9, had an ERA of 3.86. In the 3 spot, they've got 36-year-old Aroldis Chapman, lefty. We're all familiar with Aroldis. Well, he's in the pen for the Pirates now. 7-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. Pitched with Texas and KC last year. Combined, he threw for a 3.09 ERA, only had 6 saves, 58 in the third innings, but Aroldis still striking out dudes. 15.9 strikeouts per 9 for Aroldis. So we'll see what 36-year-old Aroldis Chapman has. In the 4th spot, they've got 26-year-old Colin Selby. Second-year guy. Don't know anything that much about him. He only threw 24 innings last year. Right-hander, put up a 9.0 ERA. So that's sort of what we've got with the Pirates of 2024. I got a lot of questions. We'll kind of see. Like Rowdy Tellez, we'll see. We know what Key Bryan is going to do. O'Neal Cruz at shortstop, I think, is kind of a question. McCutcheon will McCutcheon, will he, get a little more vibrant? Will he play up to what he's maybe used to be capable of, or could it be a downturn for him? I like Jack Sawinski with them. Of course, they got Brubaker and Bednar, so they've got some pieces. Very versatile too. A lot of guys playing, capable of playing infield and outfield. So we'll kind of see how that all shakes out with the Pirates of 2024. We'll find out soon enough. Guys, thanks for joining us here on Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. I really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll be back very soon. And in the meantime, go Cubs go.